Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm back with some dirty little secrets today. Hopefully, you're ready. If you're here, say something in the chat so I can know you're here. I see a couple people joining. Give a couple minutes again. Welcome back. This is episode 3. We are going to keep going. We have lots and lots and lots of topics for you here. So, we're going to talk about something very important today that we don't always consider when we are um, living our lives and trying to figure out what's going on. Let me see. Let me make sure. I want to make sure you can hear me before I keep going. Let me check something out. Hello. Type 1 in the chat if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, if you can hear me, type 1 in the chat. All right. Looks like my mic is working. I just want to make sure you can hear me because, of course, technology will get you. You can do a whole video and no one will hear what you said. So today we're going to talk about spenders, savers, and wealth creators. Hey, Taz. Hey, Jonte. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Spenders, savers, wealth creators. Taz, I can't wait to see you guys next week. So I'm excited about our webinar. Are you a spender? Are you a saver? Are you a wealth creator? I know many of us never really consider like categorizing ourselves like which one we are because we like to think that we are all of those things. And we like to think that maybe we're really good at saving. Maybe we're good at spending. Well, I'm going to break it down a little bit, each category to kind of give you an idea where you fit. And so the big thing is I want you to understand there's no right or wrong answer. The thing is what's best for you? Like what kind of life that you want to create for yourself. So let's talk about the spender. That's probably the easiest one to talk about, right? A spender spares no expense. They're going to spend their money to do what they want to do. If they see the nice new bag, they're getting a new bag. They want the nice house. They do whatever they do, the things they need to do to be able to get the new house. They will probably do more, use more debt from this perspective of maybe getting loans or using credit cards and different things like that to obtain what they want right away, right? Before they have saved up the money. They're like, you know what? I just want it now. I can make payments on it, right? That's a spender mentality. Now, it's not bad to be a spender. The thing is just consider this. Sometimes when you're a spender, what happens is you build up this debt. You might build up a lot of debt. Well, with debt comes a lot of responsibility, and sometimes it comes with some stress, right? Hey, Camilla. So what you want to do is think about it. So the spender is like, you know what? Give me the new car. I don't care about a down payment. What's the monthly payment? But sometimes it ends up in debt. And next week, I plan on talking a little bit really detailed about the debt cycle. Some spenders are a little thrifty with their spending. Maybe you're thrifty. Maybe you go to you love to go to the thrift store and you spend things that way. The thing is to decide what kind of spender you are. The only times it becomes an issue is when you spend so much that there's no money for the future. That might be a challenge. Then we have the savers. How many savers out there? They're saving money to do whatever it is they need to do. They save up. They want a car. They save up to $10,000 and then they buy the car. They want a house. They save up that 20% or 30% down payment because they don't want a huge debt to have that house. They are saving and they don't want to let go of that savings. Let me tell you, it's like almost like being a money hoarder. It's like, let me get all the money I can in this one little place at 0.25 interest. We'll talk about that some more because we talked about compound interest last time we talked. But they got it at 0.25%. They just want to save it. They just want to hold on to their money. They want to pay cash for everything. Again, not bad. Then we have the wealth creator. The wealth creator is like, you know what? I'm going to save up my money. I'm going to also spend my money, but I'm going to figure out how to do both of those things so I can generate more money when I'm sleeping. I'm going to find vehicles that are going to allow me to put it in place where it can compound, where it can work for 24 hours a day. This person may go into debt just to use the money to make more money, right? you hear it all the time. You see people who will, they talk to you about being a business owner and get business lines of credit and things like that. That's not to go shopping. That's to create more money. And so the idea is, which one are you? Now, there's some of us who we do that with our incomes, our day-to-day, our W-2 income. We go to work and they save up their money and they're just like, I want to create more money with this money that I have. They're living off 40% of their income. They're using the other 60% for different investments. They're using the other 60% for savings vehicles. They're using it for doing strategic investments, getting into businesses. They're doing all kinds of different things because they're trying to find a way. And here's the big thing: to buy back their time. I mean, I know many of us, if you're watching, live, thanks for coming out. But if you're watching the replay, think about this. What would you do if you were able to have complete and total control of your time? That is probably the most sought after thing next to money, because there are some people who work so hard and they make a lot of money, but they have zero time. And there are people who have lots of time. They don't have any money. Both are stressful. But then there's a person that has a lot of money and they have time because they found a way to create wealth and have money work for them instead of working so hard for it. Now, the big elephant in the room always is, well, how do I do that? Well, a lot of times, you can find out how to do that if you start to meet with the people who are giving you the information to say, hey, we have a way for you to do it. Hey, there's things that you can do differently with your money that maybe you're doing now, and just a little tweak could change the way that money grows, right? One of the things when we talked, was it last week or the first week that I did it, we talked about compound interest, finding a way to have your money double without you doing anything else. So it's important to really think about it. So over the next week, because I'll be back next week, think about, do you feel like you're a spender? Do you feel like you're a saver? Or do you feel like you're a wealth creator? Or if you're a spender and saver and you want to figure out how to become a wealth creator, that's what we do here. That's what I do here with the people who I consult for clients and people who say, Saran, I want to learn what you do. I want to help people too to save their money, to create wealth, and to do different things. So these are the things that we do, that I do here with everyone that I talk to and everyone that I work with. So it's really, really, really incumbent upon you to think about what it is you want to do. Now, I was thinking about this on my way home because last year sometime, I know a bunch of y'all probably got emailed and texted by everybody talking about these giving circles and all this other stuff, right? And then and everybody's like, oh no, I'm not doing that. It's a pyramid scheme. It is. That's number one. It is. Number two, but then they take that same mentality and they apply that to every business opportunity that comes across their desk. Well, here's the deal. There's a huge difference between something that is a pyramid scheme or a scam and an actual business opportunity that may be tied to that will be tied to products and services and may have the opportunity for you to invite other people to be a part of the business. There's a huge difference, right? Pyramid schemes and scams are basically where you are literally only exchanging money. There's no products, there's no service. You're only recruiting people and you're only exchanging money. Scam. You can Google that. It's on the internet. You can Google that. And it's fraud, right? Because people will lose money. But when you start talking about business opportunities, legitimate business opportunities, there are legitimate companies that have products or service that may have membership fees and whatever, but those are real business opportunities. And so I get saddened when I hear so many people say, oh, they turned down this business opportunity because they said it was a scam. Well, here's the deal. It doesn't matter what business you go into. If you don't work the business, it's not going to work. It's kind of like your job, right? I was just listening to one of my mentors, not the coworkers that are barking right now. And the thing is that if we don't put the effort into our businesses that we decide we want to do, whether we decide we want to be crafters, whether we decide we want to write books, whether we decide we want to be virtual assistants, whether you decide you want to get licensed and become a part of financial services like me, whatever it is that you do as a business, right? You want to give it as much effort as you have given your day-to-day job. Now, you may not be able to put in another 40 hours, but you want to put in the time and the effort to make it work. Because I bet you when you go to work, you give your best effort so that you can get paid. So when you're talking about essentially buying back your time, because now you're creating additional income that you can become a wealth creator, so that now you don't have to punch the clock wherever you are now. Eventually, it may not be immediate, but eventually, then it's going to take some more time and effort to do those different things. So just thinking about that. So we can create wealth lots of different ways. The wealth creators use these extra income with the sole purpose of making more money. So again, that's our conversation for this week. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. I'm so happy some of y'all dropped by live today, but really start to think about, who are you? What is it you want to do? If you have little ones, husbands, if we have any gentlemen on here, your wife, your families, what is it that you want to do? Or is there something you want to create that you can leave a legacy that your children can take on that business when it's time? And that's where the creating wealth comes from. The big thing we really want to think about, really want you to take is we all start from the same place. We all start from zero at some point. The question is, how do you jump up from that zero? How are you going to propel yourself from it? How are you going to move to your next level and continue to succeed and continue to grow and continue to do the things that you said it is you want to do and the goals you set aside for you, your finances, and your family. So that's my talk for tonight. I'm not going to stay long. You can know how to reach me. You can reach me at saran10k.com. That is my digital business card. You can come to YouTube, like and subscribe. But I'll be here every week. Don't forget to join me on Thursdays when I get together with my ladies, my other financial services ladies at 8:30 p.m. also on YouTube. Well, we're just educating. We really are here to educate. And if there's something you feel like you want to know more about, send me a message and I'll be happy to come on and make that one of the topics for the week as we go forward. So that's all I have. So good night. Peace.